Very good afternoon.
Very good afternoon, Vishwa.
Yes, sir. First of all, thanks for joining us. I understand that you've come all the way from Pune over here, to attend this event. I would like to understand what do you think about this event? CTL BHP easily, I feel it's one of the premier, events in the Indian logistics industry. What are your views about this event, and what keeps bringing you back over here to this event year on year?
Yeah, so CTL BHP is a very prestigious event.
Yeah.
It is organized by Exim India year on year.
Yes.
And I am happy to participate since last 4-5 years.
Okay.
This is an event actually which connects one to this industry's who's who. And this platform gives various thoughts we can have from industrial leaders and professionals in this particular conclave and in this event. So this is very exciting event, and I always take a pleasure and feel proud to be part of this event.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
And thanks to Mr. Nikhil Modi and his team, because this event is made successful every year by their well-knit team.
And to bring together people from this industry, from the logistics, forwarding industry, from the manufacturer side, it's an incredible event, sir, to be a part of. I can certainly understand, I can relate to you when you say that. We would also like to understand a few things about Tema India, what are the industries that what are the core areas that Tema India is into, which are the industries that Tema India caters to.
Okay.
If you can just brief us about that.
So if one has to look how Tema is, who Tema India is, please visit our website www.temaindia.com. It will give you fair idea about who we are, where we are, and how do we operate.
Correct.
So just to give you brief about us, our core areas of expertise come from our manufacturing excellence, design and engineering capabilities to handle complex projects, complex metallurgies, which require precision and structural integrity. So this is our core area of expertise. Apart from that, our founder and CMD, Mr. Harish Sippi, also has one patented technology which gives us a different rating altogether compared to our competitors. So we stand out very clearly against our competition owing to this patented technology. We are having business into 26 countries. We encompassed almost 5 continents apart from India, and we have 1 overseas offices. The industries which we serve to are basically from process industries like fertilizers, chemical plants. There are petrochemicals, there are refineries, and there are offshore platforms. So these are the industries which we cater to. We supply them basically niche metallurgy, constructed heat exchangers, columns, platforms, and pressure vessels.
And where is your manufacturing facilities, sir, in India?
We have 3 manufacturing facilities in India. And all manufacturing facilities are on Mumbai-Ahmedabad highway, national highway. So we are facilities in 3 states. One is in Maharashtra, second is in Gujarat, and third is in Silvassa.
Great. Sir, when you are manufacturing these kind of units, when you are manufacturing these kind of high and heavy equipments, of course, logistics becomes a very crucial, aspect. We would like to understand how does Tema India currently manage their logistics operations in India, as well as what are the challenges that you face, for mobilizing these kind of units in and out of India, or even for that sake within India. So for us, logistics is not a mere cost center, first thing. So that misnomer we have erased from our minds maybe multiple years ago. Basically, this is a function, I will say it adds value to the business by reaching out to the client, because we have to satisfy the client.
by delivery of safe cargo at the desired location and within the I will say calculated time frame or committed time frame. This requires, when we talk about the ODC or OWC cargos, then it has a challenge related to current infrastructure, logistics planning.
Absolutely.
So it takes into account what kind of mechanisms logistics companies or freight forwarders employ within their offices or infrastructure, so that the route planning and maybe route A, if it falls down, what is route B or option B. So these kind of thought process should exist with the freight forwarding or logistics partner with us. They should know regulatory complexity, because if we have to move within India, even for exports also, each state has to, we have to comply with each state statutes in terms of such kind of OWC and ODC movements. And there are infrastructural challenges, because we know a lot of infrastructural developments are taking place thanks to our ministry for highways. There are bridges coming up, there are foot over bridges, there are underpasses. So one has to account for such kind of hurdles when doing OWC and ODC movements.
Correct.
So we choose a right partner who has knowledge of these kinds of characteristics.
Sir, of course, choosing a right partner becomes extremely crucial. You know, when movement of these kind of packages are there. Can you brief us if you have any certain criteria when you choose a logistics partner? If there is any thing that you look for when for a logistics partner?
Yeah.
So can you just brief us about that? If
there are 3-4 criteria which we look into. First, the solution provider or value adder to our business is a freight forwarding or logistics fraternity. So we value their association with us. So they should add value. They should come up with multiple suggestions, multiple options. If this goes wrong, what else is there? What is the alternate options? They should have technological capability to address multiple things which are required in terms of asset management, then axles management, the inventory which is required for maintaining such kind of high-end equipments with their partners or within themselves. Then there is sustenance practices. See, the industry which we are into now looks towards greener and sustainable practices. So what this partner with us is going to do in such kind of scenarios, where there are use of efficient transport mechanisms, efficient transport routes. They should have, of course, heavy lift expertise.
Yes, absolutely.
While doing road movement as well as while doing FOB or CIF contracts. When one has to do the loading onto the ship and then lashing and choking inside the ship. So that is very crucial area, because balancing the ship's captain comes into picture, and then we have to satisfy all.
Of course, there are
norms.
Different kinds of products also available in the market these days. In terms of whether there is a ro-ro, when there is a lift on, lift off, or there is a breakable, cargoes are also moving on container vessels. Of course, the logistics partner needs to know about all these activities also, all these, whatever is available, whatever solutions are available in the market.
Of course.
Yeah, it has to be.
See, we plan something, but it sometimes happens that things are beyond our expectations or planned ways, and it goes southways. So the freight forwarder also should have ability to handle such kind of situations,
scenarios,
taking us into the confidence and also into the discussions.
So can you give an idea about how much of Tema India, how much percentage is of Tema India in terms of exports vis-a-vis to the domestic markets that you focus on? Just an idea about
so
what would the share like?
Year on year, last 4-5 years, I will say, our main focus is into exports. So from the top line, total top line, almost 65% comes out of exports. So we have less dependence on domestic market, and we are spread across multiple continents and countries in exports. So our focus area mainly is into exports.
Exports.
We are a star export house as well.
Okay, great.
So,
Great.
and the last 5-6 years we are a star export house.
Sir, just from my curiosity, when you're shipping these kind of units, do you also consider the Incoterms in terms of whether it is better for you to move it on a CIF basis or take that risk and either to honestly take that risk and take it on a CIF basis, because there's a lot of fluctuation in the ocean freight market these days.
Yes.
A lot of ups and downs happening. So whether you take that into your, because I believe even it takes a lot of time for manufacturing these units. Easily, I think 6 months.
Minimum, yes.
Yeah. So to understand or to foresee what will happen 6 months down the line, it itself is a challenge, especially for these kind of units. So do you also take cargoes on, I mean, whether on FOB or CIF? Do you take that into consideration?
Yes. So out of our total exports, 50% Incoterms freight we take into our scope of deliverables, and 50% is taken care by client. So rest 50% we do mainly FOB or FAS kind of contracts. And whenever we undertake the delivery, we also do DAP, DDP and CIF also.
Oh, excellent.
But you rightly said the current geopolitical changes and conflicts coming across the globe, we still have to factor into our budgeting and take the right lead to convince customer that yes, we are capable of doing this with of course, our capable and most able freight forwarding service providers. Yes.
Sir, what steps do you think could be taken to improve the efficiency in reducing the logistics cost per se? I mean, whether in terms of local logistics cost or even for that matter over when you do it overseas. Is there anything that you think that should be considered in terms of reducing the logistics cost? Of course, I know that you don't see it as a cost, you see it as a function, as you rightly said, but still, if there are anything that you can...
Yeah, I will try to put it like this.
Yeah.
See, there are fixed costs associated with any kind of work, whether it is our manufacturing or whether it is movement or freight forwarding. So those costs will not go away, or I don't want to or my team to cut corners over that, because it directly relates to safety of the cargo and delivery timelines of the cargo. So we don't want to sacrifice that. But where we come in picture and our partners come in picture is reducing any kind of rework which is happening on the way. Because that is a cost adder finally. We will of course like to avoid that. So whether it is in route planning, whether it is in selection of right vessels, whether it is in selection of right infrastructure or equipments for movement of that cargo, we do the lot of discussions with freight forwarders and our partners to maintain or to address the cost associated with it. We don't want to cut the corners. Definitely.
Of course. Are there any specific government policies or industry initiatives that could boost your sector and help ease logistics challenges? You feel the government policies can help in?
Yes, definitely. See, we would like to see that ministry, Marth Ministry, especially, and Highways Ministry publishes their quarterly or annual plan of infrastructure development on national highways. That will give us some idea if it is going to pose a hurdle or it will be avoiding the hurdle. This is number one. Second is, across the states, when we move the cargo, we have to do lot of statutory, we have to meet lot of statutory requirements. So if there is a unified portal which will enable this movement very seamlessly, that will definitely help. Apart from that, we already have export incentives when we talk about export. Only thing is the percentage is getting reduced day by day. So I will urge government to relook into it. The percentage of export incentives. That will help finally MSMEs like us also and industries which are export oriented to help remain in the market competitive globally.
So what do you see about the Indian economy, sir? I mean, in the outlook, in general, okay, and in the coming years, and how do you expect it to influence, Tema India for that matter, for its products? You have any fair idea about it? I mean, how the Indian economy is,
So
whether it will have an impact.
see,
How it will
every
impact.
problem has an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Correct. We see that way
course.
always. Whenever we are a progressive company, we see problem as an opportunity to grow.
Absolutely.
So we are seeing the conflict in Middle East region.
Yes.
So we are seeing that as an opportunity once the conflict is over. So there will be a lot of traction from overseas market, especially Middle East region, and we are well able to grasp that opportunity in terms of our technology, in terms of our cycle times offering in the market, because they will come up with very short cycle times. They will need everything yesterday.
Yes.
So we will be ready for that. We are planning our resources like that to be ready for that future. Indian economy also is growing. The current Finch report says that we will be around 7 to 8% growth in the Indian market. So that will give us also a lot of traction for Indian market as well. So we are positive, looking towards future and requirement of Tema's products for the market.
Has this war in any kind of affected your work in general? Has it got stuck somewhere, whether you were focusing on the Persian Gulf market, or is there anything that
we are already spread into 5 continents. So I will not say that we have put all our eggs in single basket. But yes, the current conflict has put certain brakes on our export shipment, but it is temporary, all momentarily. When the conflict is over, definitely the movements will happen.
Yes. So, are there any measures that Tema India takes in order to mitigate these kind of risks? I don't think anything can be taken. This is all of a sudden. But is there anything that still Tema India takes into consideration to mitigate these kind of risks, or
creation of these or such kind of conflicts across the globe, whether it is Russia, Ukraine, or whether it is Middle East conflict? It's not our own creation.
Of course,
right? It is somebody else's creation. So we'll have to watch very closely.
Very closely.
And we should hope that it gets over soon.
Absolutely, sir.
So that we grow together.
Absolutely, sir.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot for your insights, and giving us time for this interview. It was pretty insightful about knowing about Tema India, and how do you approach logistics as a department, in Tema India, and what all measures that you take, in order to choose a logistics partner, or look out for solutions for movement of your cargos. So it is pretty insightful. Thanks a lot once again for being here and briefing us about this.
Yeah, thank you, Vishwa, and thank you, Exim India team, for giving me the opportunity to share this dais with Vishwa, and I was very happy to answer all your questions.
Absolutely, sir.
The recipients of this recording will benefit out of our conversation.
Absolutely, sir.
Thank
I'm
you.
pretty sure about that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.